the story of Luna. 31. The moon as you know it today is in its latter state. It was once a part of an enormous planet Tiamat 20,000 billion years ago, before it broke off 11,000 billion years ago, and before that it belonged to an even greater planet called Tiwawat. Before the planet Tiwawat was blown away by a crazy scientist by the name of Luna in an attempt to rule the whole planet. 32 Luna's attempt to explode the whole planet Tiwawat caused the breaking away of a moon called Kingu, or lunar meaning great emissary, which happened 66,000 billion years ago. 33. He placed a bomb called Balus, which was made from plutonium, that came from his original home in Pluto, and placed it in Shambhala, which was then called Ashara. Plutonium's name was derived from the planet Pluto. It is a radioactive chemical element and bears the symbol Pu. Its atomic number is 94, and its atomic weight is 239.13. Plutonium is one of the main elements used in nuclear weapons. 34. In the center of the planet Earth is a long 30-mile tube due to the plutonium bomb. 35. When Kingu, the moon, broke away, Luna himself was on that part. 36. Luna, or Lunar, wanted to rule the sun, moon, and all the stars. 30. He only ruled the lower half of the planet Tiwawat that you call Earth today, equal in power with the ruler of the upper half. However, he wanted to rule the whole planet. He brought his request before the Council of Deniers and was rejected by the Ijigi because of his sarcasm, which is why he became known as Monos, deity of sarcasm and pain. His rejection angered him, and he decided to blow up the planet Tiwawat. 38. Luna is an old deity who was disagreeable and ruled the planet Kingu before it died and its waters dried up, due to it being thrown off into its own orbit by Nibiru. 39. He was the deity of the moon, Kingu, also called Lunar, and his intentions were evil. Luna lived and ruled Kingu 66,000 billion years ago, after it broke away from Tiwawat, the original Earth, which came with the original creation of this solar system, that exploded from the Milky Way. The Milky Way was formed from a massive sun called Sal collapsing and exploding outward. Then the Milky Way exploded again and gave birth to our present-day sun called Shamash, or Helios, which is 93,000 billion years old. 40. Before this sun called Shamash became a ball of gas containing hydrogen and helium, it was an active planet called containing all of the planets, moons, and satellites which make up this solar system. 41. The sun was one tremendous mass, a planet called This solar system was one of 19 planets that surrounded a more massive sun called Sal. 42. Sal was named after its original ruler Sal, or Saul, whose wife was named Arena. Their combined rulership gives you the name Salarina, or Salarina, shortened to Sol-R, or simply solar. 43. This massive Sal collapsed and exploded outward, and got caught in the gravitational pull of Sal, and it exploded and gave birth to your sun Shamash. All 19 of the planets were hurled off into space and exploded to create 19 galaxies in space and beyond. Galaxies are recorded as population 1, population 2, population 3, and population 4, and on. Population 1 galaxies are based on their age, are from hundreds of thousands of years old to 25 billion years old. Population 2 is from 25 billion years old to 100 billion years old. And population 3 from 1 trillion to 25 trillion. Population 4 is from 25 trillion to 100 trillion and on. 44. The Milky Way, from the Latin via, way Palactia, milky, which is the 18th galaxy, taken its name from the Greek sea nymph Galatea, from the Middle English galaxy, the Milky Way, from late Latin galaxias, from Greek milky, from gala, galact, meaning milk. This Milky Way galaxy exploded again to create the present solar system. The new heaven and new earth will reveal a second and third sun. Yet at this point you have one sun called Shamash, or Helios, and 10 planets called 1. Mercury, 2, Venus, 3, Earth, 4, Mars, 5, Jupiter, 6, Saturn, 7, Titan, 8, Uranus, 9, Neptune, 10, Pluto, and on the outside the 11th planet being Maldek, and also planet X, another name for the 12th planet. When you include the sun and the moon as planets, it becomes Nibiru. 45. This was the making of the 18th galaxy ruled by the signs of the zodiac called solar biology. 46. This all took place 6,000 trillion years ago. It's called the birth of the universe from triple darkness. 47 Luna wanted to rule the whole universe, so he used over 30,000 million tons of atomic energy to blow up Tiwawat, thinking that it would shift the orbit of the planets and cause a planetary collapse or star holocaust. 48, he was originally a humanoid-type Maldekite from Gaga, Pluto, who lived on Tiwawat after they had crashed down, and he tried to rule all beings on Earth. The Maldekians and their slaves, the troglodytes, also known as Masmukia, have been using the vast seas of the planet Earth for billions of years as a home base under the Bermuda Triangle, also called the Angel's Triangle. 49 Luna was originally from Gaga, which was later called Pluto or Platoon, a planet that was also occupied by the Maldekians, or troglodytes, as well as the Hindus, who resided on Pluto after they left their planet Nirvana, and mixed with the Maldekians, of which Luna was a product of. These beings also lived on planets like Titan, Europa, and Earth that are in this Milky Way galaxy. Also other planets, such as the bright stars Betelgeuse and Regal and many others, all a part of the six-star constellation Orion, called also Uranus, and Kessiel, which is held up by the Sirius star constellation. A star in the constellation Canis Major, the brightest star in the sky, approximately 8.6 light-years distant from Earth. Also called the dog star, Sothis, from Latin Sirius, from Greek Serios, from Serios, burning. Canis Major and Canis Minor are the two dogs of Orion the Hunter, a nearby constellation, containing the star Betelgeuse, with which Sirius and Procyon together form an equilateral triangle. The Orion is a constellation located on the celestial equator east of Taurus. It is an oblong configuration with three stars in line near its center, in the Orion belt, called the nebula. It is represented on pictorial charts as the figure of Orion. It was called Sahu, the soul of Usir, Osiris. Three bright stars represent his belt: 1. Alnitak, 2. Alnilam, 3. Mintaka. This is the home of the agreeable Anunnaki, or Aluhum, and the disagreeable four winds, which make up 1. Betelgeuse, 2. Bellatrix, 3. Rigel, and 4. Saiph, under the watchful eye of Sept, also called Sirius, and Sothis, where Nibiru took residence. There is also 3 fainter stars aligned south of the belt. Alpha A Orionis, or Betelgeuse, is located in the left corner of the oblong, which corresponds to Orion's shoulder. Beta Orionis, or Rigel, is diagonally opposite Betelgeuse. A nebula surrounding the 3 stars marking Orion's sword is one of the most conspicuous bright nebulas in the heavens. 50 Lunar's daughter was also called Luna, and his wife was called Hyperion. 51 Lunar also had a daughter named Persephone, and she married Pluto, also known as Hades, a son of Kronos and Rhea, ruler of the underworld. 52 Rhea was from Uranus, which was the name of the ruler of that planet, and his wife Gaia, mother of Poseidon. 53 was ruler in Titan, where there were great cyclopes, which are of any race of one-eyed giants, who reputedly descended from Titan, inhabiting the island of Sicily. From the Latin, from Greek kuklos, kuklos, meaning circle eye. There were also furies, which are the 3 terrible winged goddesses with serpentine hair, Alecto, Megaera, and Tisiphone, who pursue and punish doers of unavenged crimes. From the Middle English fury, from Old French, from Latin furia, from furere, meaning to rage, and also there were giants, meaning a person or thing of great size. From the Middle English, from Old French géant, giant, from Vulgar Latin gagant, gagant, from Latin gigas, from Greek gigas. 54, these were the rulers in this solar system after and before the crash of Nibiru's winds into Tiamat. Yes, there were giants in this earth before Kadmon. Adam, the Zamzamims, meaning plotters, the Imims, meaning terrors, Philistines, meaning immigrants, and Riphaims, meaning hellers. 55, with the wind ships of the Maldekians, also known as the Valkans, when trillions were billions, and billions were millions, and millions were thousands. 56, this is in accordance to the motion of your planet around Apsu, the sun, and how far your planet was from it. 57, so the moon as a satellite of the planet Earth has 3 birth date records. 11,000 billion, it breaks off from the planet Tiamat, Earth, 24,000 billion, the recreation of the planet Earth, and 76,000 trillion, the original creation of the entire universe. Just as the conception of a mortal goes through 3 phases to birth, That which is declared the moon today had went through 3 separate periods in its path to becoming what it is. This reading is part of the renewal of our story. The time is not tomorrow. The time is not later. The time is now. If you don't always have the time to sit and read the holy tablets, just press play on the playlist right here on All Eyes on Egypt TV. Let the words flow into your spirit. Let them guide you and let them raise your vibration. Because this knowledge is pertinent to our spiritual growth, it is the weapon against negative forces, and it is the key to elevating mass consciousness. So if you're ready for more, type holy tablets in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This video is powered by aoebookstore.aoebookstore.com, the largest selection of books by Dr. Malachi Z. York.